Coming up on 5 Minute News. Military releases video of Russian jet dumping fuel on drone. New York's Attorney General calls for no more delay in Trump's civil fraud case. And China accuses US of suppressing TikTok app. It's Friday, March 17. I'm Santa Templeton. The Pentagon has released footage of what it says was a Russian aircraft pouring fuel on a US Air Force surveillance drone and clipping its propeller in international airspace over the Black Sea. The 42-second video shows a Russian Su-27 approaching the back of the MQ-9 drone and beginning to release fuel as it passes, the Pentagon said, apparently aimed at blinding its optical instruments and driving it out of the area. On a second approach, either the same jet or another Russian fighter struck the drone's propeller, damaging one blade, according to the US military. The military said it ditched the MQ-9 Reaper in the sea after what it said was an unsafe intercept of the unmanned aerial vehicle. The released excerpt does not show events before or after the apparent fuel dumping. Russia said its warplanes did not strike the drone and claimed it went down after making a sharp manoeuvre over the sea. Nikolai Patrushev, the Secretary of Russia's Security Council, said on Wednesday that Moscow would try to recover the drone fragments. On Thursday, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters the decision was up to the military. If they consider it necessary to do so in the Black Sea for the benefit of our interests and security, they will do it, he said. US officials have expressed confidence that nothing of military value would remain from the drone, even if Russia managed to retrieve the wreckage. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Mark Milley have spoken to their Russian counterparts about the destruction of the drone. While intercept attempts are not uncommon, the incident amid the war in Ukraine has raised concerns it could bring the US and Russia closer to direct conflict. New York's Attorney General urged a state judge to reject Donald Trump's bid to delay her civil fraud case against him and said the former US president might use his 2024 White House run as an excuse for further delay. In a Wednesday night court filing, Attorney General Letitia James said her office had provided Trump and other defendants with an enormous quantity of material, including 1.7 million documents and interview transcripts from 56 witnesses. She said that negates their plea for an extra 6 months to gather evidence to defend themselves adequately at trial, now scheduled for October 2, and accused them of being slow to conduct their own witness depositions. The record defendants have and are compiling is more than sufficient to afford them due process and prevent the trial from becoming a game of surprise, James said. When the calendar turns over into 2024, Donald J. Trump will be in the midst of a campaign for president, she added. Defendants have used his campaign as a reason for delay in both 2016 and 2020. There is no reason to believe 2024 will be any different. Lawyers for the defendants did not immediately respond on Thursday to requests for comment. James sued Trump, 3 of his adult children, the Trump Organization and others last September following a 3-year probe. The $250 million lawsuit concerns an alleged decade-long scheme to manipulate more than 200 asset valuations and Trump's net worth to win better terms from banks and insurers. Trump has called the case a partisan witch hunt. The case is separate from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's criminal probe into a hush money payment to keep porn star Stormy Daniels quiet before the 2016 presidential election about her alleged affair with Trump. China has accused the US of spreading disinformation and suppressing TikTok after reports the Biden administration was calling for its Chinese owners to sell their stakes in the popular video sharing app. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin told reporters Washington has yet to present evidence that TikTok threatens national security and is using the excuse of data security to abuse its power to suppress foreign companies. TikTok was dismissive of a report in the Wall Street Journal that said the Committee on Foreign Investment in the US, part of the Treasury Department, was threatening a ban on the app unless its owners, Beijing-based ByteDance, divested. If protecting national security is the objective, divestment doesn't solve the problem. A change in ownership would not impose any new restrictions on data flows or access, TikTok spokesperson Maureen Shanahan said. She added that TikTok was already answering concerns through transparent, US-based protection of US user data and systems, with robust third-party monitoring, vetting and verification. In late February, the White House gave all federal agencies 30 days to wipe TikTok off all government devices. Some agencies, including the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security and the State Department, already have restrictions in place, while the White House does not allow TikTok on its devices. The UK government has become the latest to ban TikTok from government devices after security concerns were raised there. An ordered security review by Cabinet Office ministers looked at the potential vulnerability of government data from social media apps on devices and risks around how sensitive information could be accessed and used by some platforms. The TikTok ban in the UK will not apply to personal devices for ministers, government employees or the wider public.
You can subscribe to the 5 Minute News Patreon for bonus videos, commentary and more. Go to patreon.com/5minutenews.